Today, we're joined by Janepher Otieno, the visionary behind the Bloom Umbrella, an ecosystem of programs designed to help individuals and families grow from survival to significance. If you want to learn more about the origin concept of Bloomerbean, check out our first show. Bloomerbean is a gentle financial literacy journey for children. Welcome back to the show called One Step. Let's talk about the journey. My name is Joel Bennett. Janepher, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Pleasure to have you. I didn't tell you about this icebreaker, so I wanted to kind of surprise you a bit. What does financial freedom means to you?
So, financial freedom to me
To you, yeah.
is being able to not worry about money
Mm-hmm.
and have your life moving forward. Being able to afford those things that make your life meaningful.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a good definition. So does it bring happiness though, Janepher?
Of course, if you don't have stress
Yeah.
around money,
Yeah.
you are free to do more stuff, the stuff that you want that is aligned with your life. So you feel way, way better as a result.
Thank you for that,
Yeah.
Janepher. You've built something really unique with the Bloom umbrella. To start, can you share a bit about your to creating this ecosystem?
My journey spans nursing. I've been a registered nurse for many years, over 2 decades.
Yeah.
I've been an educator for a very long time as well. I'm a parent of 4 children, and I'm an entrepreneur as well. My very first thing that I sold, I was only 6 years of age, between 6.5. And I'm also a fine artist, so I do designing of stuff, and I've done some volunteer work, quite a bit of volunteer work actually.
Wonderful.
Yes.
How did your experiences, personally or professionally, led to your focus on financial literacy and trauma-informed family support?
That's a two-pronged question.
Yeah.
So I'll start with the first part, which is how did I realize and when, at what point did I realize that?
Yeah.
So the first part is just throughout all of these experiences that I've had in life, I noticed that people had a relationship with money that was not healthy over time. I could see that across this whole experience. And it usually started in childhood. So you see parents fighting over money, or there is a divorce and it becomes transactional, it becomes a business transaction, or there's just a shortage of it.
Yeah.
Not because people do not have the ability to make money, but it's because when they were growing up, they absorbed the fear of money because of the things they saw around them regarding money and decision making.
Okay.
I was teaching family nursing, specializing in pediatrics, the growth and development of children. And so I needed to be able to talk about this part because I noticed a pattern within my classes. I must go back up a little bit and say that the way that I approached nursing was a holistic approach.
Okay.
So I didn't only look at somebody falling sick and then you treat the person, but also some preventative things, trauma-informed, catching things before they actually get to a place where somebody is traumatized and now you have to heal the person. Trauma could be physical, mental, emotional, all of that stuff. But my holistic approach involved looking at all aspects of health, including, mental health, spiritual health, obviously physical health, emotional health, social health, financial health, and environmental health, the health around where you live. Whenever I brought up the topic of finances, especially as I was teaching nursing, and I was teaching nursing for a long time, over a decade, I would see that students would shrink away from the topic. And I thought, why are we not as animated and involved and engaged as we usually are with the other classes or with the other topics around health? So I started noticing that pattern, and I thought, I'm going to start something where families start to embrace financial education in a fun way, safe, emotionally safe way, learning about money as early as they can. And so it's at that point that I decided to start Bloomer Bean, which is a part of the Bloom umbrella
So
ecosystem.
let's get into the Bloom umbrella. So the Bloom umbrella isn't just one program, from my
No.
understanding.
Yeah.
It's a holistic ecosystem.
Yes.
Can you walk us through what the Bloom umbrella includes and how the branches are all connected?
We have 5 branches under the Bloom umbrella. So the word bloom comes in because we want people to be able to get from point A to a point where they feel so good about life and they enjoy the life that they are living. The Bloom umbrella's 5 branches include Bloomer Bean, which is what we are going to focus on today.
Yeah.
Bloomer Bean is financial education in a fun, relatable way for children as they grow and they learn how to decision make and get that good relationship with money. Bloom Unbound is another branch. This one is about healing and identity formation. Then we have Raising Avigalo. I won't go into the details of it. There is a meaning behind the name Avigalo. But basically, it's teaching children to learn to have voice and to get into leadership. Leadership can be formal, leadership can be informal. Everybody should have informal leadership, a place where they lead themselves and they have the capability and the ability to be able to lead themselves well through their purpose in life. So that is Raising Avigalo. Then we have Bloom in Transit. Mostly this is for people in the diaspora, but anybody can use it. This is just storytelling to be able to regain that identity, belonging, and also learn about your culture. So just stories around that. There's one very funny one, which I won't go into. That brings me to the 5th branch of the umbrella. And the 5th branch is Bloom in Service.
Okay.
You realize that all of these 5 branches, Bloom in Service would be literally volunteering to help the community. So not just focusing on you, but also helping other people. Across all of this, we are actually meeting people where they are in their stages of life. That could be survival. And survival would be that you are just trying to make ends meet. To stability. And stability would be coping. You are coping with life. You are able to balance things out, but you are really not at a place where you feel free. That financial freedom you are talking about is an example. Then there is success, which is achieving. And then there is the last part, which is significance. So the Bloom umbrella brings us from survival to significance, where significance is stewarding purpose with confidence and sustainability.
I'm going to pull back that story from you that you choose not to share. Can you share a story where one of these programs helped a family or individuals make a noticeable shift, not just in skills, but in confidence or identity? So, okay, I'm getting you to share the story that you didn't want to share.
So, Bloomer Bean story?
Yeah.
Yes. I have seen youth actually have the confidence to plan their lives financially. And they will come back and say, if I didn't know this, I was really on the wrong trajectory for my life. But because I know this, I'm able to teach other students in my class. I'm able to talk to my parents about it. And there's a lot of parents who, having grown up with the fear of money, not knowing how to decision make around money, lacking that psychological safety, also pass that same thing on to their children. So the children have come back and taught their parents.
Okay.
Yeah. And schools lean in because they know that if a child can learn how to self-regulate emotionally, they get to a place where they are comfortable making decisions that really affect their lives positively. And so teachers would lean in because they know that if we have a child who has that emotional regulation, they'll do well across all disciplines within the class.
So if I should re-emphasize that point and say, why focus on confidence and emotional safety rather than calculation, math, and rules when, teaching money is really about calculation, multiplication, division? And the second part of that, Janepher, is the curriculum uses a money garden.
Yes.
Metaphor and a guided money mission. Can you explain how that works in simpler terms?
Let's start with the first part, which is, or maybe I should just talk about the money garden, and then you'll bring back the first question.
Yeah.
The money garden, when you look at money and the way that we accumulate or utilize money, there are times when you think you've done all of your due diligence. And there are times when you jump into something. They tell us that sometimes we do investments out of greed, sometimes it's out of fear, sometimes it's out of knowledge and calm. We want people to be calm because they're self-regulated. For example, if a child is really wanting to buy something and they think that video game, I have to buy it today. Bloomer Bean teaches them to pause.
Okay.
Stay calm, listen to their bodies. For example, they would be saying, okay, am I feeling butterflies in my stomach, or are my palms sweating? What is it that is leading me to really, how am I feeling right now? And then they look through on the inside to see the inside garden. But there's the outside garden. There's TikTok telling you to buy this, Facebook, whatever, Instagram. The children love that, right? So they get to a place where they're making decisions without self-regulation. But Bloomer Bean actually helps them to have that self-regulation first, to learn how to do it. And in our books, in our workbooks and the facilitator guides, we teach children how to do all of that so that they are at a place where they feel confident about their decisions and they can pat themselves on the back and say, I took my time to make this decision. I did my due diligence. So a child might not understand what due diligence means. But by learning through Bloomer Bean, they get to know these things. They can name them later, but they can do them now because we are teaching them one step at a time, and they internalize these things to get to a place where they have confidence before competence.
Okay.
So it has to start with that. Now, the garden metaphor itself is actually literally growing a bean. And this came from my early childhood story. I think I said this in my first episode with you.
So guys, check out that first episode if you want to learn more.
Yes. And in growing a plant, it could be any plant. In my case, it was a bean. Bean plant. That's why the whole program is called Bloomer Bean as a branch within the ecosystem. When you grow that bean, you're going to choose a seed, right? Why are you picking this seed compared to that seed? You are thinking through it, right?
Okay.
Then you come and get the right soil. It could be just a pot with 3 beans in it. So the child makes the choice of the beans they want to grow. They prepare the environment for it. They water it. They put it maybe by the window so that it can get the sunshine. If it gets too much sunshine, it's going to die. It's going to burn. And so the child learns those things. But at the same time, the parent is teaching them how that relates to money.
Exactly.
And the parents have a guide where they are given scripts on what to say when what happens. For example, if a child is crying, throwing a tantrum because they want a particular item really, really quickly, you can teach delayed gratification with that.
Exactly.
So first of all, we are teaching the pause, but we are also teaching them delayed gratification because even this plant they have just planted is not going to be ready tomorrow. They have to do a number of things throughout, and all those things relate to the care of money. That's why the metaphor of blooming the bean.
Wonderful. You made reference to the books.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about the books that you have written so far?
Because I am just one person and I want this to really help people, usually you put that in a book, right?
Yeah.
At the same time, because I'm coming from an education background and a nursing background, my nursing would relate to the growth and development of a child when what can be introduced. And the education is using pedagogy or educationally sound ways of approaching this child so that it's optimal for the child.
Yes.
We have workbooks and we have facilitator guides. The children would start learning about finances in a playful way and go all the way to planning their futures and actually investing. So it's from ages 3 to 21. We have 5 books, workbooks, and facilitator guides for each one of them. The first is 3 to 5 years of age, workbook 1. Workbook 2 is 6 to 9. Workbook 3 is 10 to 13. Workbook 4 is 14 to 17. And workbook 5 is 18 to 21.
Okay.
Each one of them fun, age-related, or aligned with the developmental stage,
Yeah.
psychologically safe or trauma-informed, and also inclusive.
Okay.
Yes.
I discovered that where the books are concerned, or Bloomer being workbook, the structure that is, for parents listening, what does a typical family experience look like over the 12-week program?
It's good that you mentioned 12 weeks.
Yeah.
This mimics or follows the growth of the plant. And time for a child to absorb one thing, internalize it, and then move to the next step, and so on and so on. So your question was?
Yeah, what does it look like for that 12 weeks program?
Okay, you start simple.
Yeah.
Children have money missions, small things that they are doing according to their developmental stage within the book. And so they learn simpler things and they keep growing. The whole process matures with the child. And I know that one of the questions that parents have asked is, what if my child is already 17 and I'm starting at 17?
Yeah.
Do we get them to grow a bean?
It's a good question.
That's a choice the parents can make or the child can make. And by the way, by that stage, they are going through emancipation, like trying to become adults while they are still caught in childhood as well, right? So they will not want a lot of parental input. And so that is also taken into consideration within the books, that mostly kids at this age, especially the older adolescent, will start getting through that stage of liberation, and they want to do things on their own. The peer group becomes more important than the parent, in their opinions. The child will be following what the peers are doing much more than what the parent is saying. And so within this book, we will also have a place where they can teach each other. They can learn from one another, because it works best that way. But the parent is also in the background, maybe informing, checking in, knowing how they're doing, and so on, if the child allows.
I'm thinking about just how teenagers are in this present time, so that might be a bit challenging. So what's the transition like from early childhood workbooks to teen financial independence program, like for Full Bloom?
So for a Full Bloom, if a child started at 3 years of age, which is workbook 1, and went all the way into young adulthood, which is 21 years of age, they would have, in the beginning, it's really play, just getting to touch money, work with it, see the importance of it in a psychologically safe way and trauma-informed approach. But as they grow, let's say the book that I'm working on right now is the 10 to 13-year-old. At this stage, they're just coming from something called concrete thinking to concrete operational. So they are moving from, those are psychological words coming from my nursing background, but they are moving from a place where they just followed things. It didn't quite make sense, but they followed it, to a place where they're starting to reason, and peer pressure is starting to come in, where if a child wants something, in many cases, it's because they're seeing other children doing the same. So they want that thing that the other child has or the other kids have. And I actually even have storybooks that support these workbooks. And those are separate entities. Now, within this, when the child moves and matures with the book, by the time they're 21, they are looking at careers. They've been in college maybe already, and they are looking at things that would make their lives matter. So they've come from a place of childhood to a place of young adulthood, and they grow with the book.
What are some of the success stories, not just some financial results, but in confidence, family conversation, or life planning? You have any success stories?
Yes. Parents who have used Bloomer Bin come to me and say, because they're not going directly to the child and just teaching directly, they're teaching through a safe plant. The child can grow that plant, and it brings that confidence in the child. The conversations at home are not just around the plant, but they're using the plant to be able to have very calm conversations. And because the parent guides also give them scripts on what to say. What if a child is throwing a tantrum? What do you do? Or if a child, misuses the resources that they have, what are some of the things you could do as a parent to be able to guide that child in a calm way without shaming the child? What if the child grew that plant, they did not take good care of it, and the plant died? What is the parent going to do? What's the child going to do? So it's all led by the child, but guided by the parent. Yeah, so the child grows through that and learns of those lessons.
Wonderful.
But there has been, I must tell you,
go ahead.
that the biggest jump that I have seen is among the youth.
Okay.
The youth just feeling confident
Mhm.
in their relationship with money and being able to plan for their futures and coming back and saying, I really like this.
Yeah.
We have a young man who he's just so elated with this. And he has talked a lot about Bloomer Bean. He's also a leader in the community.
Okay.
And he's going around telling people about what he has learned and some of the emotional regulation that he has learned through this and how to grow with this. He's only 17. We started when he was maybe around 14 and just growing through Bloomer Bean.
Yeah.
And he's doing very well. And he loves the concept of Bloomer Bean. He's utilizing it not only for money stuff, but for life in general.
That is very inspiring.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
You're building something that obviously touches emotional health from
Yes.
what you've shared so far. Resilience,
Yes.
identity, and financial empowerment. As you look ahead, what's your big vision for Bloom Umbrella and also Bloomer Bean?
I have confidence that because confidence needs to come before competence.
Yeah.
A lot of financial books talk about the numbers, okay? They push. This one teaches financial education as if it's a garden. You take care of it. Sometimes certain things don't go right and you work on them.
Yeah.
You don't feel shame because you've lost the plant, because the plant died. You don't feel shame because the money died, because you learned how to emotionally regulate and be able to do the right thing. And if it goes wrong, you know you did your best, but you still learn what else you could have done, because life is a learning journey. Now, in 5 to 10 years, I want to see children and families all over the world utilizing Bloomer Bean to really make their lives, especially financial life, better, because they looked at the internal garden and were able to exude that and bring it out and make the external garden better, not only for themselves, but for the world around them.
Yeah.
Moving from survival to stability to success to significance.
A thought just came to me, and maybe I'm, preempting to install another branch, or maybe it's already there, but I'm just missing it.
Yes.
How does that literacy, that education, points an individual into, okay, now I'm able to manage money well. I know the value of money, into investing it to make more money. Where does the link come into that?
Okay, so what I've talked about regarding Bloomer Bean is only in childhood from ages 3 to 21.
Teenagers
and teenagers and teenagers and young adults.
Yeah.
But there is adult stuff that I also work with. Before I ever came up with Bloomer Bean, I was doing something called Bloom a Sweet. And Bloom a Sweet, and now another trio of books that I'm creating right now is to do with the money game. So generally how the Canadian system works, the US system works, general life works around money. How does money really work? In regards to how you can actually multiply it and then be able to utilize that. Remember, we are moving all the way to significance. That's the end product is significance.
I'm using the adult brain still, so maybe I kind of move too far away from that.
Yeah. So within the adult stuff that we are learning, there is Bloomer Sweet, which I just mentioned, and maybe I'll talk just a little bit about it if that's okay.
Oh, please do.
Okay.
Go right ahead.
With Bloomer Sweet, it's like, everybody says, buy a house, buy this. But we know that a house can actually be a liability and not an asset. So I teach people within the Canadian system, so this is a Canadian edition, on how to make your first house become your wealth builder. How do you approach, let's say, the right mortgages? And how do you make it so that you can actually utilize this home to build that wealth? So I won't go into details, but there's a whole course I used to have. I just got busy and I pulled it down, but I'm bringing it back up. It's one of the courses that people really liked. I can count so many people that have utilized it to build wealth around their first home. So that they're turning their home, instead of making it a liability that takes money out of your pocket, it has become an asset that puts money in your pocket.
I'm looking forward to that conversation. Just don't want to.
Yeah. So that is step one.
Yeah.
Starting with your home to make your home an asset rather
Okay.
than a liability. But then I have a trilogy of
Yeah.
books where I start you from basics of finances
Yeah.
to a place where you are looking at credit and how to utilize it. And then later, the third one is on legacy.
Okay.
So remember, that is part of significance.
Yeah.
Ultimately, when we leave this world, there should be something on which the next generation can stand. And so that is the third of the three books.
Making reference to generational wealth.
But for now, I'm
yeah.
focused on Bloomer Bean
Bloomer Bean.
for ages 3 to
Yeah.
21.
Okay.
Yeah, and especially for schools to be able to help with emotional regulation in children and decision making, whereby when a child has mastered that, has learned that, they do well overall. Let's say you are thinking about a child, let's say the current book is workbook 3 that I'm working on.
Yeah.
Children in this stage, their part of the brain called the amygdala is firing, wanting this, wanting that, but they don't have the exact reasoning capacity to be able to control some of those emotions. So we are introducing it slowly. For a child like that, it is like having a Ferrari with bicycle brakes. So the Ferrari is ready to zoom, but the bicycle brakes cannot really stop it and regulate it properly. So we are training these bicycle brakes so that eventually they can drive the Ferrari the way it should be driven. Yeah, so.
How has it been with introducing this way of this new financial literacy idea that you came up with for children? Is it being accepted for the schools or with the schools?
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, the schools that are using it are looking at the emotional regulation part, because a lot of the financial books they have are about math. Just one more thing for teachers to deal with. We teach financial education through that self-regulation and control and confidence first.
Yeah.
Then the skill building comes later. Emotional safety before skill building.
Okay.
And so you find the schools that are embracing it right now, and I haven't gone out and really advertised it, but we are working on that right now, even through this podcast.
Thank you.
For people to actually come to know about Bloomer Bean, because they will love it. And those that are utilizing it, they are finding that the students are doing much, much better in other subjects as well, not just the math part of it.
Okay.
So in addition, or in replacement of those other books that only talk about finances, we have, first of all, learning to regulate yourself.
Yeah.
When a child has that safety, they can solve many problems. Compare a child who learns to self-regulate, have delayed gratification, but they still know they are going to achieve what they are going to achieve, and they are doing all this because it's in them to do. Yeah. Compare that to a child who has memorized something like, let's say, compound interest.
Yeah.
They don't integrate it, but they've memorized it. They can pass an exam. The child who has actually cultivated the garden, and it might not be a literal garden, it might be a garden through the workbooks, just learning how to self-regulate, become emotionally safe, have the confidence to make those decisions. That child will achieve way more. They can solve anything as they go, compared to the child that is intellectually clever and can memorize the compound interest and all of that stuff, but has not integrated it.
I appreciate the fact that you place so much emphasis on emotional regulation.
Yes.
Because we can acquire things, we can attain things.
Yes.
But the mindset to maintain it, to exercise smarts or intelligence, we fail terrible at most times.
That's why I said that if you think about it, my experience is that people have the ability to make money.
Mm-hmm.
But there is always an emotion attached to that money.
Yeah.
In most people, not everybody, there's always an emotion attached to it. Yeah. It might be that of fear, I'm going to lose it if I don't do this and that and that. Or it might be that of, I'm thinking that, people might think differently of me because now I have this or I don't have that, and so on. But if the person has learned to become stable within themselves, money becomes a tool.
It is.
It's one of the tools of life. It's very important. You can't live without it, but it's one of the tools. There's way more to life than money. And money is that important that we need to actually focus on it.
There's this rumor that individuals who have, won the lottery, they end up broke in a few years.
Yes.
I'm sure that there's a reason for that.
Yeah, because money comes to you and you don't know how to use it. So
True.
you lose it. You abuse it because you don't have the knowledge and the discipline and the emotional regulation to be able to make that money work for you.
Very true.
I know we just had a discussion with my daughter and we were talking about that actually, how people win lotteries and within a few years they don't have it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because they didn't know. They didn't have spaces to put that money within the emotional makeup and the mental makeup of the person, the whole being of the person, so that when the money comes, it's an excitement and it's thrown all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
There was no plan. There was no container for it.
Very true.
Within their psyche. And now it has come and they don't know what to do with it. And they think they do.
Yeah.
They always think they do.
We all think that if we acquire money, lots of it, we'll be okay.
Then life will be okay. No. They have told us that money brings out who you are. So lack of it tells people who you are. Having it tells people who you are. Because you are going to act according to your internal essence.
Yeah.
You're going to act around money and with money the way you are made up at the time that you have that money. Yeah.
Now that we're on the topic of misconception, what's a misconception you often hear about financial literacy for kids, and what would you like people to understand instead?
People generally think that, let's say a 3-year-old is too young to learn about money, right? No, the child can learn about money so long as it's age appropriate and educationally sound and psychologically safe for that child. So a lot of people think the child is too young, but that child is actually learning about money even though nobody is teaching them directly about money. They see that a parent is anxious because the rent is coming up or the mortgage is coming up.
Yeah.
The child internalizes that. They absorb the anxiety around money before they have learned the confidence that they can create around money. And what Bloomer Bean does is start from the basics. And the basics is to get a child to a good footing in the way that they deal with money. Is it a source of anxiety? Is it a source of fear? Is it a source of shame? Or is it a source of confidence? I have it. I'm going to acquire it. It has taken me patience to get it. I'm going to utilize it this way. They are able to plan confidently before they have handled the money.
Listeners who want to learn more or get involved, where can they find you and the Bloom umbrella? What are your websites?
At the moment, I have books that are already out there. So there will be links that I think you can link in
I'm going to put it in our show notes.
Yeah. Otherwise, our website is under construction right now. And it's called thebloomumbrella.com. The article "the" has to be at the beginning of the word. Thebloomumbrella.com is the one that has all the 5 branches. But specifically Bloomer Bean, which deals with money, also has its own website. It's also under construction. That one is close to finish. And it's called bloomerbean.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
I typed in Bloom Umbrella and all of your stuff came up.
Oh, okay.
So maybe what you have is very unique.
Yes.
That the algorithms only recognize that. So that's all I did. And I saw all your books and so forth. So guys, if you want to check out her books, just type in Bloom Umbrella or what you just suggested, and you will see all her resources.
Okay. We just hid it because we, at the moment, we want to focus on Bloomer Bean before we come to the other branches.
Okay.
But those who are already doing the other branches, we've given them links to be able to reach those branches because they're already in the process of doing, let's say, the healing processes and identity reclamation. There's a group of people that were already doing that.
Okay.
So we did not lock them out of that. Raising a Vigalo came from youngsters being absorbed in video games.
Let's talk a
And-
little bit about, I'm sorry to cut you, Jan, because I think that's what I forgot.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about raising a Bigelow, you
Yeah.
mentioned.
Yes,
Just give us a little taste, because I'm
Yeah.
sure that you want our listeners
Yeah.
also go check out those books
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, yes. We had put it on hold for a little bit so that we can focus on Bloomer Bean. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about raising a Bigelow.
Teaser.
Yeah, so we see our youth. Everybody has a phone in their hands.
Yes.
Or a laptop or a computer, and they're always playing video games, right? Well, not everybody, but a lot of children have been drawn into video games. So the word Bigelow came from the word, the VI is for video,
yes.
The GA is for game, and the LO is loving, original, or video game lover. So video game lover, Bigelow.
Okay.
And so I was observing a lot of this youth, and one of the things that happens is that they get so engrossed in these video games. A lot of these children are very, very intelligent because they can play in these video games and win so many games. They know how to dodge this, that's coming, and this is happening. And I took myself through what they do with some of the youth just to learn what some of the vocabulary is and so on. So some of the people that are within Bloom and Bound Healing are also video game lovers, Bigelows. Now within Bigelow, a child is so socially isolated because they are in this video game. And before we know it, this person is going to be a husband in the near future, right? They meet a girl, the girl falls head over heels for them. Before you know it, they're married. But here is a man who is not taking care of his family because the video game has swallowed the person.
Seen it?
So he is there just playing video games. The wife is frustrated. The children don't have a father that is present because they are absorbed in playing video games. They are engrossed. They are not present, even though they are physically present, but they are not really present emotionally for their families. We lose this person. We have a family that's not functioning well because this video game lover has not been helped along the way. So the idea came up that we can help these people to utilize the skills they already have. I have a whole Bloom and Bound journal for video game lovers. They go through, we call it respawn, all the way to, like when they fail in life or they have made that mistake. I don't want to call it a mistake, but I want to say that they have disconnected. They're not doing what they're supposed to do. They can respawn. They can actually come back. Doesn't mean they stop playing video games, but they give it a place in life, a percentage of the time that they spend on playing video games versus the other things that make life work. So we do have Raising a Bigelow that leads them, gives them a voice. We are now using it also in parenting children with other neurodivergent situations to help them come to a place where they are reintegrated into society, all the way from that struggle to significance, where some of them are now becoming leaders and teaching other children and other youth how to still play your video game, but also do life.
Thank you. Thank
That
you for
is
sharing
Raising a Bigelow.
That's Raising a Bigelow.
Yeah.
If you guys want more info, check our website out and you will, they can order the books, right?
Yes, they can order the books.
Okay. You can order the books. Wonderful. Are you on any social media, Janepher?
I'm not big with...
You mentioned that.
I am not big with social media.
No?
I just like to... I know that to market it, I need to be on social media. That will come. Right now, I'm just organically building. If I see, once I build something, I want to see the impact of that thing. Then usually it's just word of mouth. All the people that I've dealt with, it's been through word of mouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
We want you on social media. Okay?
Yes, I'm gonna be asking my kids to put me on social media because we have a lot of videos that we have done that need to go maybe on YouTube.
Absolutely.
And,
Instagram, TikTok, and so forth.
Yes.
Thank you, Janepher, for your work, your insights, and for joining me on the show today called One Step. Let's talk about the journey. My name is Joel Bennett.
Janepher Otieno.
Look, do you have anything any thoughts to leave with us before we wrap up, Janepher?
Yes, we have one life to live.
Absolutely.
Let us live it well. And money should not be a source of fear.
Yeah.
And that does not mean that you can never lose money. We lose money as business people.
Absolutely.
I have lost lots of money along
Yeah.
the way, but I've also made money along the way.
Yes.
So, but because I'm emotionally regulated that way, to me, that money is a tool.
Yeah.
And so let us look at money as a tool that we can manage, and we need that confidence to be able to do that.
Yeah.
There, within the Bloom umbrella, we have different things that meet you where you are as a person. If you are struggling with identity, we have Bloom Unbound. If you are struggling with raising a child that is video game absorbed, we have Raising a Vigalo.
Okay.
If you want stories to connect with culture, we have Bloom in Transit.
Yeah.
And if you want to serve, you have gotten to that place of success and you want to serve other people, we have Bloom in Service.
Yeah.
And so it's a beautiful connection. There's one through line from survival to significance. You could be anywhere along that journey and you still belong. So welcome to the ecosystem.
An entire ecosystem.
It is an entire ecosystem with a focus at the moment
Yeah.
on Bloomer Being, especially for schools.
For our viewers, don't forget to like, subscribe. Help us out. If the algorithms don't see interaction, this show won't get the opportunity to be shared. So like, subscribe, and share. My name is Joel Bennett. You all have an amazing evening. Take care and bye.
Thank you.